Hey, China, be completely honest with me. I'm curious what your opinion is of America. I've never been to China yet.
Do Chinese people hate Americans?
Glad to have you, amazing viewer. This question is making a comeback, and for this reason, we are going to give it the weight it carries. When Americans ask this question, I want to believe it comes from a place of concern, knowing how much misinformation the Western media has spread about China.
Literally everyone has been nice to us in China. Like, we haven't met one rude person to us, and that's not exaggerating. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it, really. The customer service at the stores is phenomenal, and this goes for random people that we meet and see on the streets. Anytime we need help, we do our best to ask in our broken Chinese and with the help of a translator app, and they will take the time to sit with you. They take out their translator, and they're very patient and willing to help solve your problem or answer your question. The waitresses and waiters will often take the initiative when they're bringing us out like a dish that we ordered to have something translated like, hey, it's hot, be careful. That level of customer service is not common in America. It would take a very special employee to recognize someone else doesn't speak your language. If there was like a Chinese person that came into the restaurant, and take the care to get a translator out and to be helping them with the translator.
And Chinese people treat me extremely well. And I think your other question about like what are their views on Americans, or like do they hate us because our president or because of our policies or something else, or do they have a negative view of us? And I don't really think so. It's quite funny. Like, they'll make a lot of jokes about Trump, and they'll also make jokes about the government, our government and their government. I mean, every place I've ever traveled, people make jokes about the governments. But with that said, it's been very nice to me. And as an American, I can say I live over here extremely comfortably.
But the point is that people are very willing to help you. So you don't need to know Chinese to come visit, to come live here. You can get around with asking people. You will come across some people who speak some English too, so that's helpful. And translator apps, like, you can do it. You can make it work. It's really fun.
With that being said, let's flip this question. And this time, I want to ask Americans, how do you feel about the impact of those media-driven lies that shape how the world views China? Like, allow me to ask genuinely, when you see someone who passionately hates a Chinese person, how does it make you feel?
Hey, China, be completely honest with me. I'm curious what your opinion is of America. I've never been to China yet. It's on my to-do list. But when you consume social media, I don't know where you get all your news, if it's, I don't know, television or whatever. How is America portrayed? Because if it's portrayed like the way it's portrayed here, you guys have to think that place is chaos, no control. I'm just, please, in the comments, just tell me what's your true opinion. Because when I look at China, you guys seem orderly, respectful, and like things are kind of, excuse me, I don't know, just seems like you guys got your shit together. And then I look out here and yeah, we're just guys wearing dresses and everyone hating each other. So let me know. But I love you, China. Peace. Call the mortgage engineer.
Let me share my story. I grew up in Shanghai, the most developed city in China. So in 2013, I went to the States to pursue my master's degree and stayed there for 5 years, studying and working. During that time, I learned kindness, respect, and how to treat those people who are vulnerable. I saw Americans adopt abandoned children from China, especially girls. I realized that saying hello to strangers or holding the doors for someone behind you is just normal in the US. But not every Chinese person has been to US. Many only see Americans through propaganda or in media, like gun violence, conflicts, or political disputes. This can make them think Americans are bad or unsafe. The reality is different. Historically, Americans helped China in major ways. During World War II, the Flying Tigers defended Chinese cities from Japanese attacks, and the U.S. foundations and doctors helped build China's top hospitals and medical schools. So how Chinese people see Americans depends on personal experience a lot. Meetings, interacting, and understanding people directly is very different from just listening to media or propaganda. So don't just rely on what you hear. See with your own eyes and form your own opinions. Follow me for more insights about China and the world.
Some people hear the word China and immediately think enemy, threat, evil. I get it, because in China, there are also people who think America as the world's biggest bully, the UK as American sidekick with no mind of its own, and France as a country known mostly for surrendering. People who think this way don't bother visiting these countries. They don't want to explore, they want to reinforce their bias. So, if you instantly associate China with darkness, just know you're not alone. You have got plenty of friends in China who think just like you, people who have no interest in the truth, only confirmation. But I'm not one of them. Yes, I think the West has problems, but I still went to study in the US. I admire its ability to attract talent and create new ideas. I have traveled across Europe. I have praised France for its branding genius. I respect Germany's education standard and engineering mindset. And I admire the creativity of places like the Netherlands and Switzerland. I have also been to Bangladesh, Brazil, Nigeria, Uzbekistan, and dozens or more, nearly 60 countries and regions in just the past 3 years. Because I believe negative news travels fast and gets exaggerated. And I have seen it. So many places are misunderstood by lazy headlines and uncurious minds. No, I've never said China is perfect. I don't even believe in communism, but I love my country. I share China's better side because someone has to, not because I'm paid, but because I believe in balance and communication. I didn't grow up shouting China #1. I grew up being taught to stay humble. And yes, when I post things about China, some people say he must be paid by the CCP, but if you did just 5 minutes of research, you will find I'm a well-known founder in China. My startup raised 5 rounds of venture capital. I have spent 10 plus years writing, researching, and interviewing Chinese entrepreneurs. I have published 2 books on Chinese companies' global expansion. I'm not super rich, but I don't need government funding. Maybe I'm brainwashed, that's possible. But here is my question for some people. Have you ever tried on brainwashing yourself? Have you studied what the other side is actually saying, not just what you said says they are saying? I have read many Western books criticizing China. I got my MBA in the US. I like reading Lee Kuan Yew, one of the few voices that understands both East and West with nuance. If the West truly values diversity, it must accept that people will think differently, see the world differently. That's the real meaning of diversity, not just skin color or identity boxes. I'm not here to turn you into a Chinese person, and I don't assume you are a bad person for being Western. I'm here because I believe that on every side of the world, East, West, North, South, there are still millions of thoughtful, curious, open-minded people. And when we meet, really meet, we build something real. Understanding, maybe even friendship. I'm Yuan, a Chinese scholar and founder, unpacking how this country really works. Not to win you over, but to meet you honestly halfway. Check my bio for more.